In this video, I'm going to show how to construct the probability distribution for discrete random variable using Excel. Before we start working on the Excel, let's go over some key concepts to understand what we are doing here. First, what is a random variable? Random variable represent numerical values associated with each outcomes of a probability distribution. In this case, we are working with a discrete random variable, which means it has a finite or countable number of possible outcomes. For example, in this data set, I am using our random variable has 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Since we can list and count them, this is discrete random variable. Also, you can think about it as these values we can mark on the number line. It's not a decimal, it's a discrete. So these values come from a personality inventory test conducted on 150 employees, and our goal is to construct a probability distribution for this data set. Now let's start by entering our data in Excel. So first we need 3 columns, X and frequency column, and the probabilities for each value. So then I will enter the values. So our discrete random variable values are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I will type here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Also frequencies 24, 33, 42, 30, and 21. To construct the probability distribution, we need to compute the probability for each value using this formula. So frequency divided by total frequency. So to find the total frequency, first I will go to the frequency value columns, then I will highlight all the frequencies, then I will go to the formula and click the auto sum. Then you will see that we got the total frequency. And to find the probabilities for each of X value, so first I will go to the first frequency value, then type it equal, then frequency for X1 value is 24. I will click here this and divide by total frequency 150. But in here we have to remember that 150 is constant, so I will enter to Excel this B7 value as a constant. How we do that? We will type the $ before and after of the letter B. Then enter it. Then after that, to copy this formula to other cell also, I will drag this formula for the other rows. So you will see that we generated all the probabilities for each of the discrete random variable. So now let's verify that the sum of all the probabilities is 1 to make sure our calculations are correct. So we can do this using some function of the px column. So I will highlight this probability values and auto sum. Then you will see that we got the 1. That's mean we know we did it correctly. Now let's calculate the mean or expected value for this probability distribution using the formula of this. So this is mean expected value of x, and mean, we represent the mu as the, if we measure near population, if it's sample x bar. In order to find this product, so I will go first, I will start another column and name it x times probability of x. So in order to find this, calculate these values, and I will type here equal sign. Then first I need to click the x value and times, and then click on the corresponding probability value and then press enter. So in order to copy this formula for next 4 columns, I will click the corresponding value, first value, then and drag until the cover next 4 values. Then to get the summation, because the final value, to find the mean of the probability distribution using this formula, I need to get the summation of these products. So then in order to do this, I will highlight all of these values, then under the formula, so I will click the auto sum. Then you will see that we got 2.94. That's mean value for the distribution is 2.94. I will highlight it as red color. So 2.94 is the mean value. That's meaning that the average employee's score is 3 on the personality test. Next, let's calculate the variance, which tell us how much the values vary from the mean. To find the variance, we use this formula, that's mean. First we have to find the deviation from the x and square it and multiply by the corresponding probability. In order to do that, I started 3 columns, x minus mu, and name as x minus mu to calculate. Next, square up the deviation and the product of what we need to find the variance. In order to find the x minus mu deviation from the mean, so I will type here first equal sign, then click the x value and type the minus, and mu is our mean, so I will click the mean value. So in here, mean as a constant value, I need to type as a constant. I will type the $sign, then just enter it. Then after that we can copy this formula to the down, so we highlight and drag until cover all the cells. So then to find the square of deviation, I will type here equal sign and click this value and type the square from the keyboard, then just enter it. Then after that we can copy as same way and drag in until covered all the rows. Then after that, to find product of these 2 values, first type the equal sign, then click the square of deviation value and type the multiple sign, and you have to highlight, click the probability value, then just enter it. So after, to copy this formula to other cell, then again I will click this value and drag until covered all the rows. Then after that you will see that we calculated the product of square of deviation and corresponding probability. So in order to find the variance, we have to get the summation of these two products. I will do highlighting this this value to get the summation. I will go to the formula, then click the auto sum. Then now we have found our variance is 1.61. Finally, to calculate the standard deviation, we take the square root of the variance. If we see that from this formula, we can find the standard deviation taking the square root of the variance. First, I will type here mean and standard mean and variance. So mean is and variance, and also we have to find the standard deviation. So mean is our here this value, and also variance is this. So I will assign to this cell, and to get the standard deviation I will type here equal sign. Then in order to do that, I need to type square root of, then double click the formula, then we have to click the number as a variance value, then enter it. Then we got the standard deviation. If you want to round for 2 decimal places, then I will type here round function, then double click it for 2 decimal value, then enter it. Then we got the standard deviation for the probability distribution. So then I will highlight this value, it's blue. Now we construct the probability table, distribution table, and the mean, variance and standard deviation. To see the discrete probability distribution, so to do that I will highlight the table and go to insert, then you can click the recommended chart. From there you can click the bar chart, then just OK, then you can see our bar chart, but we need to reduce the gap between 2 bars. So in order to do that, I will click this, double click it, and the gap I will keep to the 0. So then we got the bar chart as we expected, but if you want, you can change the setting to make the more nice appearances. And thank you.